What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to TTP Sports. And man, what a convincing win for the Flyers. I was not expecting that tonight. Definitely was not, as they beat the St. Louis Blues by a score of 5-2. A lot of things that stand out in this game, really. Travis Konecny with 2 goals, wasn't expecting that. Cam York gets 2 assists. Joel Farabee pops in an empty net. Got Hayden Hodgson in his first National Hockey League game, potting in a couple of points. He gets a goal. Basically the go-ahead goal in the third period, even though it wasn't the go-ahead goal. It was basically the goal to put him up by 2 again in that third period. And then you just get Joel Farabee putting in the biscuit, and then you also get Hodgson getting his assist on the first Travis Konecny goal as well. So just all around, a pretty convincing win. I'm not going to lie. Pretty convincing win for the Philadelphia Flyers. And hey, I can't complain. I wasn't expecting a win today. I wasn't expecting them to play good this game, but hey, they came out tough. They battled, they fought hard, and they found a way to win. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for from this team, because you're really not expecting that much for the end of the season. Really, like, majority of the only things I was, saying multiple times, the past couple of recaps, it's just consistency. Keep up the consistency with this team. See some young guys get some looks. See if they can keep that consistency up. See if they can build some chemistry, and that's one of the most important things going into next season. And you're seeing that a little bit game by game. Owen Tippett had a good game. He provided some rushes on, especially the second Flyers goal. He was one of the guys that set it up mightily. Morgan Frost had a good game. Konecny with a very solid game. Cam York, very solid game. And Hodgson with a really good game as well in his first career NHL game. And just talking about him, just not playing an NHL game basically his entire life, signed to the AHL this year for the Phantoms, and really being an ECHL type guy, basically just chucking through the minors and finally getting, that NHL contract with the Flyers after playing with the Phantoms this year, putting up pretty good numbers as well. I think he had 18 goals in like 40-something games for the Phantoms. So, putting up some good numbers here. He deserved the call-up, and good for him. Good for him getting 2 points in his first career NHL game, even though he's 26 years old, basically a journeyman at this point, in the minors and all that stuff. But hey, he deserved it. He got those 2 points, and congrats towards him, getting those first 2 NHL points in this game. But just overall, a very solid victory by the Flyers in this game. And I feel like that's all that matters in the end of the day. So before we get into all of this, welcome back to TTP Sports, everyone. And the most important thing you can do is hit that subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate that. So if you are new, looking for all the latest Philadelphia sports news, recaps, and events, this is the place to be at, depending on the outcome, great or miserable, depending on that outcome. Also, if you are a current viewer of the channel, I am looking forward to you joining the channel, looking forward to you continuing that down the road. I am very scrambled right now because so many things have happened tonight, and I am very confused. Also, if you're looking for tickets to upcoming sporting events, concerts, whatever you can think of, use the code TTP Sports down below for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. So if you want to go see a Flyers game, you want to put yourself through that, might as well. Even though they're not playing at home for a little bit, why not go down for the Wells Fargo Center to see a Flyers game? Also, you can go see a Sixers game. Joel Embiid, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. Why not? Take that up. Phillies are coming back. Opening day, get yourself some baseball tickets. April, May, June, whatever. Baseball's back. And when football comes back for the Eagles, get yourself some tickets there. Can't pass that up. $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek today. So, like I said, Flyers win by a score of 5-2 over the St. Louis Blues, and a very, very solid victory overall. A lot of guys just chipping into the score sheet. Some guys continuing to look solid. Kevin Hayes still looks solid over the past couple of games, ever since, coming back once again from that injury that he was, lingering basically the entire season. And also with everything going on, with his surgeries and everything that just happened to him at the beginning of the season, he was very solid. And he continues to look very solid night in and night out. And that's a very important aspect right there from Kevin Hayes. And it's very nice to see, because he made it a very great setup on the fourth Flyers goal for Hodgson, basically driving that net and then allowing Hodgson to come in and basically just bury it past Binnington. So Kevin Hayes had a couple of, nice plays in this game. I believe he also had a couple of points. It Yeah, he actually had 2 points in this game. So a lot of Flyers with a couple of points in this game. So a very just good overall game from the Flyers in the first period too. I was very surprised with the way they came out because they were dominating. I was like, what the hell is this Flyers team? Dominating the Blues, barely allowing them shots. The Blues didn't have their first shot until halfway through the first period. I was like, what? What? I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. And then it turns into a great play by Travis Konecny, leading the rush up, basically coming down the left side, and he snipes it. Like, where the hell has that been, Konecny? Where's that been, TK? Snipes it past Binnington. Becomes a 1-0 Flyers lead. And then not that long after, getting closer towards the end of the period, you got Owen Tippett coming up the ice, setting up Cam York for a nice one-time crank saved by Binnington. And then the rebound comes back to a closing in Patrick Brown, who just puts it into the net. And you got a little bit of a scramble going in there in the crease, but I think one of the Blues players knocked down one of the Flyers players into the net, but Patrick Brown manages to go top shelf past Binnington, put the Flyers up 2-0. So yeah, great first period overall. Martin Jones looked very solid, but then you go into that second period, there was a lot of power plays in this game, a lot of power plays, and surprise, surprise, the Flyers don't score on their power plays, even though they are looking better. They do look more confident on the power play, but still, at the end of the day, the Flyers power play isn't the best thing in the world. But it is nice to see some players gain their confidence on the power play and them look a little bit comfortable. So that's very nice to see. The Flyers do go over 4 on that power play, but there were a lot of penalties in this game. The Blues got an early power play in the second period. Vladimir Tarasenko, originally robbed by Martin Jones on an initial one-timer, but then once again the Flyers fail to clear. The Blues come back into the zone, and then it's Vladimir Tarasenko just basically putting it in there, getting his revenge on Jones from that save earlier, and making it a 2-1 Flyers lead there. The Flyers do respond, though, not that long after, or actually a little long after, a little over halfway into this period. You got a rip by Kevin Hayes, another assist from Cam York on this play. So this is a rip by Travis Konecny, and you got guys crashing a net. And this is one of the hardest shots I've seen Travis Konecny take in his entire career, and it just trickles by Jordan Binnington. I have no idea how he did not, cover this puck up, because I guess he thought it was in his equipment or something like that, but the puck just managed to trickle by him and barely get into the net. So that's Konechny's second of the game, makes it a 3-1 Flyers lead. But then you get a very ugly play here by Martin Jones. He comes out of his net, tries to play the puck behind it. I guess he loses his footing a little bit and he loses the puck, and then it eventually turns into a turnover, and that becomes a very easy goal for the Blues as they make it 3-2 going towards the end way of this second period. So you go into the third, and the Blues came out hot. They definitely did. This was going to be one of those periods where the Flyers are like, oh, God, they got to hold the lead, but the Blues coming out this hot. Oh, boy, can't wait for them to blow it. But the Flyers don't blow it. Martin Jones makes a couple of nice saves, and then the Flyers, they get some chances up the ice. They make Binnington make some saves as well. And then you get that play by Kevin Hayes a little over halfway into this period where he's driving the net, and then Hodgson comes in, and he just buries the loose change past Binnington, making it 4-2. So we're like, wow, the Flyers didn't blow the lead, and they managed to get an insurance goal to make it 4-2. And hey, it's his first NHL goal for Hodgson. So congrats. And basically as well, Blues pulled the empty net, and then, Joel Farabee just does his thing and brings it up to the empty net, buries it. He tried to make the pass to JVR too, but he saw the incoming Blues player, so he just decided, I'm just going to put it into the net. Makes it 5-2 Flyers, and just overall, very, very solid game from this Flyers team. Really not that much to complain about. Yeah, there were some moments, of course, where you see the Flyers play bad, because at the end of the day, this is the Philadelphia Flyers. They're not that, good of a team. But hey, they gave you a solid win, and that's, at the end of the day, all you can ask for. Some stats going on in this game. So shots on goal per period, 9-4 favor of the Flyers in the first period, which was very unexpected. Was not expecting the team to come out that way. Second period, 11-12 in favor of St. Louis. In the third period was 12-7 in favor of St. Louis as well. Shots on goal total in this game, 28-27 in favor of St. Louis. The Blues win the faceoff percentage, 54%-47. Flyers go over 4 on the power play, surprise, surprise, and the Blues go 1 for 3. Physical game on the Blues side, 22 hits to 13 in favor of them. Both teams blocked their share of shots, and there was a good amount of giveaways as well. So looking at some players in this game for the Flyers, specifically Konechny with those 2 goals, he was a +3 in this game. Kevin Hayes gets 2 assists for a +2. Got JVR getting 1 assist in this game as well. Patrick Brown gets the goal. Hodgson gets 2 points in his debut with a +3 on the night as well. Owen Tippett records his first points in a Flyers uniform. and he gets his first assist as a Flyer. You got Joel Farabee getting that empty net goal. So a lot of good things overall from this Flyers team today. Martin Jones was very solid in net, basically besides that, mishap that he had behind the net, but overall very solid performance out of Martin Jones. 3 stars of this game. Konecny gets first star for the Flyers. Hodgson gets second star for the Flyers, and Cam York gets third star for the Flyers. Yeah, Cam York getting 2 points in this game. Cam York was very good. Very, very good. And it looks like he is getting confident more and more every game playing with Ivan Provorov. So that pairing is looking pretty good to start off so far. So that's very nice to see that, maybe there is some chemistry building there with Provorov and York. So hopefully that is something to build on just going towards the end of the season. That's basically all you can ask for at this point from this Flyers team. And then just basically looking at the rest of the Flyers schedule and looking at the standings as well. Just, why not? Because, you got to look at, where their draft position is with this team. So Flyers in 63 games, they have 51 points on the season. They are tied for last place in the Metro Division with the New Jersey Devils. The Flyers have the game in hand, so that's why they're technically above the Devils in the standings. And if you're looking at the entire league standings, the Flyers are the 6th worst team in the National Hockey League. Teams that are below them: the Devils, the Senators, the Seattle Kraken, the Coyotes, and the Montreal Canadiens. Flyers record in total right now in 63 games, 20, 32, and 11. So the Flyers, they got a couple of more road games left on this trip. I believe they have 3 more left after tonight's game. They play tomorrow, so basically another 24-hour trip right here tomorrow night in Colorado. So that's going to be a very, very tough night. Then you got Sunday against the Nashville Predators at 6 o'clock. Then you got wrapping up the road trip next Tuesday against the Minnesota Wild. So still some very tough competition, but it's good to see the Flyers get a very, very solid victory tonight in St. Louis. And talking about some other stuff too with this game, not even on the Flyers game in general, you have Claude Giroux getting his debut with the Florida Panthers, getting himself a couple of assists in that game. It was a very weird game to start off between Florida and Montreal. You get Montreal getting the early power play. Claude Giroux, I think, was out there with Barkov on the penalty kill, and Montreal scores instantly. So that was a -1 for G. And then 6 seconds later, G goes back out there with Barkov. Him and Robert Haig chip in for an assist on Alexander Barkov's game-tying goal 7 seconds after Montreal takes a 1-0 lead. And then Claude Giroux gets another assist later in the game on a power play. I believe it was a Sam Reinhart goal, if I believe. So, hey, Claude Giroux gets a couple of bingos, a couple of apples in his first game with the Florida Panthers. So that's very nice to see there. Hopefully he continues to find that success on that first line with Barkov. Man, that is going to be very scary. Claude Giroux playing alongside of Alexander Barkov. That's going to be very fun to watch. But still, yeah, very good win by this Flyers team. And basically, that's all you can ask for. There's really not that much to go with this game. It was just a very solid win overall. Konecny looked very good. York looked very good. Kevin Hayes looked good. Hodgson looked good in his first game in the NHL. Even though I'm not really going to look too much into Hodgson, he's a journeyman. Even though he's only 26 years old, he's played in the minors a lot. I believe, honestly, if I look at Hodgson's stats, I believe he hasn't played above the AHL since this year. And I believe this year was actually his first, AHL season. I don't think he's played anywhere, above the AHLs for a while. So if I go back to his stats and just look at his entire career, so he started in the juniors, then you go into the ECHL. He played with the Cleveland Monsters, which is the AHL affiliate of the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then, really, he hasn't played, the last time he played in the AHL was in 2018. And this is his first season back in the AHL with the Flyers and the Phantoms. And he got 29 points in 44 games, 18 goals as well. So he comes up in his first career NHL game, gets 2 points, a goal and assist. Can't ask much more there. So very solid game overall from this team. That's basically all you can ask for. Not going to complain at all. Very, very solid win. So I got some people in the live feed over here. I got Renee. Hey, man, how you doing? Always love it when you join the stream, specifically the Flyers. EJW is here as well. Sucks he wasn't able to watch this. It was on ESPN Plus. Yeah. EJW, if you need to watch games since you don't have ESPN Plus when they are exclusive to them, the one website that I like to use is called NHL66.ir. That is a very, very helpful stream website for watching sports games. If you're for specifically the NHL, there's an MLB website as well. It's basically the same thing, just replace NHL with MLB. And NFL also has a streaming website as well. So that's a very useful tool when the Flyers are exclusive to play the things like ESPN Plus and Hulu when they have those type of games. So definitely keep that in mind when you're looking for it. Renee says, whoa, OMG, we finally gelled together as a brand new rebuilt winning team. Very excited to see. Feels good to, get a dominating win. Yeah, it was a very solid victory for the Flyers team, definitely. And also crushing Craig Berube's team as well. EJW says, York playing so well. Where do you see him next year? On what D-line? Ellis stays healthy. Where do you see him at? York and Proby look good together. I think right now, if you're looking at the offseason, I have no idea what the moves they are going to make. So it's basically where York is playing next year. It really depends on what moves they make in the offseason. There's a bunch of rumors right now with Provorov. He could be traded. Sanheim, there's rumors about him maybe being looked at as well. But, with the Rasmus Ristolainen re-signing, maybe they opt to keep in Sanheim just to keep that pairing together. So maybe you see York as a third pairing type of guy, but you never know. You definitely never know what the options are for this team. It really just depends on what they do in the offseason this year for the defensive group. So, yeah, very convincing win for this Flyers team. A lot of guys look good, and it's just a very nice win to see. So you got tomorrow, basically another 24-hour trip against the Colorado Avalanche tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I would most expectedly Carter Hart starts tomorrow just because it's back-to-back situation. So the other goaltender is going to be starting tomorrow. And just to see because Oscar Lindblom wasn't in the lineup tonight, I guess Mike Yeo just figured he needed a rest. So I wonder how they're going to assess tomorrow's game. Are they going to keep Hodgson in? Are they going to go back to, 12 forwards and 6 D-man? So you just got to see what happens. Definitely. So, yeah, very good win by this team. Can't complain. And I want to hear your thoughts about it to the people who did not tune into this live. So, what are your thoughts on this game? What are your thoughts on basically everyone's performance? Konecny, Farabee, Kevin Hayes, Hodgson, just everything. Don't forget to leave those thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave those there. Do not forget to drop a like on this video. I would greatly appreciate that. Also, don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. The links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to BrodesMedia, the Flyer.pod merch website, and also Flyers Nitty Gritty. All that good stuff is down in the description below. Do not forget to check those out. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the most important thing you can do is hit that subscribe button and also use the code TTPSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. And I will see you next time.